For some, comfort lies in the routine, doing the same thing every day. Soon, people accept, even enjoy the routine. At Dicor, we explore not just the product, but how it's made, used, installed, serviced. We won't accept that products can't get better, because people who think they can change the world usually do. See more at dicor.com/better.
Sherman Goldenberg here, RV Business Magazine, at the Dynamax facility on County Road 6 during the 2016 Elkhart RV Open House, or the Expo, as it tends to be called, around corridors of Forest River, Inc., which is where we are. We are in the Dynamax facility with 5 divisional general managers. Did I get that right? Yeah. I get that right? All right. And Jeff Babcock, Don Gundon, Mike Turlip, Jeff Rank, and Doug Getter. And we're here to really address the open house itself, or the expo itself, which has become an industry-altering event in most every sense. And one guy I know who has particularly outspoken views about this is Mike Turlip. Mike, it's changed the industry, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think that it most certainly has. When Pete started the expo, several years in the heart of the recession, the industry was certainly struggling, and Pete looked at it and said, hey, this is an opportunity not necessarily to sell product, but to sit down with the dealers and better understand their needs, build better relationships, listen to their needs and respond to their needs. And that's what the expo, the original objective of the expo was. On the very first expo, as it's come to be known as the RV Open House, was a Forest River Expo. As the Forest River seminars, all these other manufacturers are doing their seminars. Forest River's seminar was the expo, and it grew into an industry event, and it has changed the industry because it has caused our industry to be better focused on the customer, listening to their needs, building those relationships, and of course the timing has had a huge impact that I'll let some of these other guys address.
What year did we actually, I hear these conversations in the bar room that it actually got started. Some guys say 2007, some guys say later. Don? See, we're still having some debate over the actual origin of the so-called expo. All right, we'll turn this over to Don Gundon.
The consensus seems to be that it was 2008. What this started out was a kind of a party. We called it Pick Your Partner. Basically, for the reasons that Mike outlined, it was an event to choose who you wanted to partner with, to share your different goals and what your desires were, what your needs were, and figure the best way to go forward.
It starts out as a proprietary event and spreads the rest of the industry, and Forest River, to its benefit, has really kind of gone along with it, encouraged, cooperated with the expansion into the industry at large, has it not?
Well, absolutely. I think it's turned into an industry event. This is now, dealers probably benefit more than anything else. People discovered if they buy in the fall, they'll sell in the fall. We've all benefited. We're taking a 9-month business and making it a 12-month business. It's worked for everybody.
Jeff, do you concur?
Yeah, I agree with Don. I think that the timing of the expo, and it wasn't really planned, it was just the right time of year for us to hold the first expo. It was a slower time of the year for the dealers to be able to get out of the dealership and be able to come here and attend the expo. And again, like Don and Mike both said, it was more of a opportunity for us to get to meet the dealers and talk about industry concerns and talk about their customers and take a look at product and enjoy a good time when at that time it wasn't good for the industry. So I think that's helped, and the timing of it, in fact, was probably good because when we did take the orders, we were able to build them in the fall and fill that gap between September and January. We can get the units built and produced and to the dealers' lots for the January, February early shows.
At the same time, Forest River has continued to support the Louisville show and in a significant way. And that's the case this year as well, is it not?
Yeah, at this point, Louisville is still a big part of what our plans are, and I think it's a big part of the industry. Obviously, there continues to be a lot of conversations regarding Louisville and what the future of that show brings. And, you know, we continue to be engaged in conversations with the show committee, and we're looking forward to the different initiatives that they are bringing to the table in order to enhance the show and just make it a viable complement to what we're doing here. Obviously, this is super important to us, but at the same time, we view that Louisville needs to be super important to us and to the dealers. And you know, our expectation is that the show in Louisville is going to continue to be a strong show and be important to what we're doing year-round.
Send it over to Doug if you would. And this year's open house, in your assessment, has gone, Expo has gone well? Everything?
Yeah, if you turn the clock back 9 years to what these guys said is the original Forest River Expo, and you compare it to today, I liken it to a family gathering that started 9 years ago. And we were all hurting a little bit as an industry. I mean, like Jeff said, it was tough times then. It wasn't like we're celebrating today. Fast forward 9 years from having one of the bands that one of our sales guys who still sells for us today was a part of, and a couple of us ended up on stage at the end of the night, to the family gathering that it is today. Our family's grown. The entertainment's gone up a notch with Trace Adkins and Chris Daughtry, and instead of Steve Byler and his band, well, they're awesome. And the industry obviously is in a much, much better place. You walk around, everybody's been smiling all week long. And it's two reasons. One, because this is a beautiful environment to do what we do in with our friends as a family gathering. And number two, the industry obviously is in a great place. We're exceeding the 400,000 unit mark this year. We're focused as an industry on customer service, customer satisfaction, better ways to continue to work on raising that bar. Dealers, manufacturers, suppliers, etc., everyone together. So it's been amazing, and look forward to be even more amazing next year. We just got to figure out how we're going to notch this one up one more step.
I'm thinking that's the Beatles reunion.
Rolling Stones, Steven Tyler. I think we got to get Rolling Stones and Steven Tyler, and we can still pull off that Peter Orthwein, Pete Legal impersonation of both those. I don't know which one's which, though.
All right. And you know, I think we've done it. I appreciate the heck out of your participation in this video from Dynamax from Election Central. And with that, on to next year's Expo.